Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Come
on! Encroachment itself is illegal. Then what is illegal encroachment?
Speaker, madam. Sorry. Chairman, sir.
If encroachment is illegal, then what is demolition of an illegal property? Legal. But if someone stops demolition of that illegal property, what is it? Illegal, right? But what if Supreme Court does it? Legal, is it? People turn to the police for justice. If the police do injustice, people turn to the court. If justice is not done in the court as well, where do we go? God? Heaven? Well, you can go there if you have been successfully deceived by religion, saying that there is a God who will forgive all your sins. But there is a large sect of people who don't have faith in such city gods, who are not deceived by this trick of religion. If you rape, murder or bomb, you must be punished here, and that's why we have set up courts. But if the courts itself behave like churches and mosques, where do we go? There is nowhere to go. We do not have a system, or we have not developed a system to deal with cases that the Supreme Court fails to resolve, or that court itself deems unjust. There are numerous cases where the Supreme Court has made unfair judgments, but recently the Supreme Court has gone too low or too cheap. Look at this. What do you see in this clip? This is the arrogance you see in criminals when the systems that are supposed to serve justice run like rats on fire to delay and deny justice in order to save criminals. What made the Supreme Court of Justice go nuts and run like this? On 16th April, a riot occurred in Jahangirpuri of Delhi during Hanuman Jayanti Shobha Yatra. A violent clash occurred between Hindus and Muslim mobs. Stones pelted, swords brandished, guns fired, people injured, including police personnel. Streets become a zone of conflict. People fear to come out of their homes. I won't go into the statistics of it because I've been warning for long. Riots and protests are going to become a new normal in India. On 17th April, police arrested 25 people under National Security Act. Among them, Mohammed Ansar, accused as the main conspirator of the riots. Police said initially the Hanuman Jayanti procession was going peacefully. Around 6 p.m. of 16th April, Ansar arrived with 4 or 5 companions to the procession area and started fighting with people and initiated the ruckus. Police also told the court they have found CCTV footage suggesting the riot was pre-planned. Ansar was sent to police remand for a day, and the rest of the arrested were put into judicial custody for 14 days. Riots continued on 17th April and the news went viral. On 18th April, police were deployed in Jahangirpuri to prevent any further violence. Muslim mobs pelted stones at the police. Police detained a person. Asasuddin Owaisi defended Ansar in a press meet and said, "Selective action is being taken by the systems." Yes, I agree with Owaisi. Systems are selectively taking actions. And that is why the judiciary has acquitted Akbaruddin Owaisi, stating lack of evidence for his hate speech.
15 मिनट के लिए पुलिस को हटा लो, बता लेंगे किसमें हिम्मत है, कौन ताकत है।
The excuse the court gave was, the video evidence is not suitable for forensic tests. His statements on public platforms are not enough. Imagine if any Hindu is accused of the same statements against Muslims, courts will take this case as suo moto. Entire judicial system will mobilize. Media and political parties will accuse the whole Hindu community of being intolerant. Courts will go blind to proofs selectively only when they are accused of Muslims. The courts and political parties are so biased that even the illegal immigrant Rohingyas have more rights and freedom in India than Indian Hindus. Rohingyas are becoming a threat to national security as expected. The crimes and riots where Rohingyas are involved are increasing day by day in the nation. Rohingyas are also found to be illegally living in encroached lands all over the nation, and their presence is majorly seen in West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, Kashmir, New Delhi. In Jahangirpuri, a large number of Bangladeshi Rohingyas live in C block where the violence took place on the day of Hanuman Jayanti. Delhi police officer Medalal, who was shot at by the Jahangirpuri rioters, said rioters were raising slogans and their dialect was similar to the one used in Bangladesh. On 19th April, North Delhi Municipal Corporation wrote a letter to Deputy Commissioner requesting police assistance to take action against encroachments in Jahangirpuri. On 20th April, around 10:15 am, demolitions of encroachments started in Jahangirpuri. For those who do not know, encroachment means illegal occupation of public or private property. Around 10:45 am, the Supreme Court passed an order to halt the demolition of encroachments until the next hearing. The next second, the media started crying democracy in danger. Demolitions didn't stop. The leftist liberandus on social media started shedding crocodile tears saying poor Muslims are suffering unconstitutional demolitions. The whole leftist ecosystem came together, online and offline, to halt the demolitions of encroachments. The officials said they did not receive the copy of the order yet and continued to do their job. A team of lawyers hurried to the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. The CJI ordered the Chief Secretary to send a notice of the order to the Commissioner's office. CPIM leader Brinda Karath ran to the demolition sites and argued with the officials to halt the demolitions, providing an electronic copy of the Supreme Court's order.
स्पेशल सीपी दीपक पाठक जी से बातचीत हुई और उन्होंने मुझे आश्वासन दिया कि कोई भी अभी बुलडोजर नहीं चलेगा सुप्रीम कोर्ट की ऑर्डर के मुताबिक.
Around 12 pm, the demolition stopped. In just 2 hours, the Supreme Court accepted to hear the argument, debated, passed an order, sent it to officials, and halted the demolitions. When was the last time you heard the Supreme Court function so swiftly? Never. On 21st April, the Supreme Court expressed anger at the officials for carrying out the demolitions even after the Supreme Court passed its order to maintain status quo. It declared it will conduct a hearing on why the demolitions took place even after it passed the order and said it will take severe action. The left ecosystem is asking why didn't the officials stop the demolitions right away, seeing the news on Twitter. Trinamool Congress said it will send a team to Delhi to investigate the demolitions. Congress said the demolitions are unconstitutional. AAP expressed solidarity with the encroachers. Entire system is mobilized to stop the demolition of properties encroached by illegal Rohingya immigrants. How is this possible? How can the so-called poor Muslims of Jahangirpuri make the judiciary run like hell to stop the demolitions? On whose appeal did the Supreme Court pass the order? Kapil Sibal took 77 lakh for appearing in Supreme Court to overturn an order given by Kerala High Court in a love jihad case. Sibal and Dave argued the government is demolishing only because the encroachers are Muslims. Then how come the so-called poor Jahangirpuri Muslims afford him? He is worth crores. It is not any individuals who approached the court, but an Islamic organization. Kapil Sibal and Dushyant Dev argued on behalf of Jamaat Ulema-e-Hind, a Muslim organization, to halt the demolitions. Kapil Sibal played many roles in Congress Party. Congress Party has been associated with Jamaat Ulema-e-Hind for decades. The Supreme Court bench that passed the order consists of Judges L. Nageshwar Rao and B.R. Gawai. B.R. Gawai is the son of R.S. Gawai, the founder of an Ambedkar ideological party called Republic Party of India that was part of UPA government. R.S. Gawai became governor of Bihar, Sikkim and Kerala when Congress was in power. The Gawai family has a strong leftist background. You see now why the entire system went nuts to stop the demolition. Dear Supreme Court, what happened to these swift reactions when Kangana Ranaut applied for a stay when the Maharashtra government demolished her house? The court took a lifetime to declare Kangana Ranaut's house is not constructed in encroached land. But now, to save the encroached properties of illegal immigrants, the entire judicial system was mobilized in just 2 hours. The government may be yours, but the systems are ours, says the proud liberandus. An imperfect system of justice, doing injustice perfectly. If the courts order justice when it's too late to order, you say, justice delayed is justice denied. But what will you say when the Supreme Court's order itself is to delay justice? An uncorrupt judicial system can save the civilians even if all the social systems get corrupted. But who will save the civilians and civility of humans when the judicial system itself gets corrupted? As if this is not enough, Supreme Court passed an order commuting the death sentence of Mohammad Feroz, a rapist who raped and murdered a 4-year-old girl based on a quote by Oscar Wilde, an Irish poet, "Every sinner has a future." Is this how you're going to run the Supreme Court? This is a classic example of hypocrisy and immorality.